guys, it's your boy TG, and yeah, bring it from the bottom. You're locked into another episode of Goode Gotcha Entertainment. Matter of fact, I think it's number 4. Now, hey, you've seen my face for a lot of time, and we got a lot of things coming up. Cam with the plan to be sliding in later on. He's taking care of some business. We had a little bit of technical issues as we got hit by a crazy storm here in our area. But guys, welcome back to another week. We've seen things all across the league. Not only that, we've seen the preseason kind of warming up and getting things spicy as we see starters actually playing in the preseason, like Patrick Mahomes. We see not only that, we see those bad boys over there and the Chiefs. We see what Green Bay and Sweet Baby Love is doing. We see all the mixtures and chemistries that potentially can be deadly throughout the season. Now, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to mix it up. We're going to talk about not only some of the different trades that's happened and players that's got sent over to different teams, but then we'll also talk to you about this situation going on with the Orr family with the Blindside lawsuit that's happening currently in the news. Not only that, folks, we'll talk about who you think is going to be the most dominant QB coming off of a bounce-back season, as we talk about Russell, as we talk about Aaron Rodgers, as we talk about some of the guys like Derek Carr being with new teams. And then we'll go over to the conversation with the Jets and see what they might be, a Super Bowl contending team. Now, I'm going to bring in Cam. Cam with the plan.
What up, baby?
Look,
how you doing?
Look, I'm doing good. How you doing?
Hey, as you see, I am New York down, baby. Ready for another great week for them New York football Giants. You already know how I'm feeling, baby. It's a great day. It's my Friday and whatnot. I'm at work right now, so I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. What were you saying? I apologize.
Anyways, and better news, except for Cam plan being here and with his nonsense about his damn Giants. I guess it's their side of the division. It's the Cowboy fans. I ran into them. I can't even get started. I ran into a damn Dallas Cowboy fan today, and I happened to pass by and see that they like the Cowboys. No, Cam, I'm not even over this yet. I said, it's so sad. Look, Cam, this is the words that I put in the mouth of this Cowboy fan. I said, she said, why? She said, why is it so sad? I said, because y'all every season y'all going to the Super Bowl, but I come here and tell you, it's so sad. It ain't gonna happen.
It is.
It's just not. It's just not. But they're not even on the radar today.
Honestly,
the Dallas Cowboys are nowhere near the picture of being on the itinerary for today. Y'all can go and sit down and relax and watch the football. One more Sunday that you lose anyway. I mean, you're losing the preseason, so you practice how you play, and so now you're showing us how you're going to play for the rest of the year, regardless of Cooper Rush is in there. I mean, everything's going wrong with you guys. I'm not going to really hold you guys and talk about you guys anymore. So, Cam, let's get right into it. We're going to hop into New England and talk about what they're doing because, I mean, since Brady and the bunch has kind of just bounced and said deuces, now my case is Bill Belichick. I mean, has he even been relevant to the conversation? I know he's a great coach, but he got Mac Jones. He's still got a team, but he doesn't have Brady. Do he ever hit a playoff again? Because, I mean, the AFC keeps on getting bigger and better. The AFC, and I know you've been watching this, and some of our viewers have too, it has transitioned in the last 3 to 4 seasons where it was just the Patriots on one side, and that was it. And we didn't have to worry about Mahomes and the Bills and all the rest of the Jets. Now we got a powerhouse over there. And so was it just, Bill Belichick was alone and he didn't have no competition and he had a great QB, and now that he doesn't have that, how does that change his coaching structure now?
I mean, in all retrospect, the Patriots, when they had Tom Brady, they didn't have much competition in that division. The Dolphins were never great. The Jets, damn sure, weren't ever great. And the Bills, they weren't great either. So now all 3 of those teams have improved since Tom Brady has left. Don't get me wrong. I feel like Belichick needed Brady more than Brady needed Belichick. And I say that because once Brady left to go to Tampa, he won. You know, and don't get me wrong, he had a stacked team. He had an amazing stacked squad in Tampa Bay. But I think that, yes, they will make the playoffs because you have to remember that they had it expanded to 3 playoff teams this year, 3 wild cards. So if you have 3 wild card teams, who knows what could happen? The Chargers always fall off late in the season, first and foremost. We don't know how Baltimore is going to be because the defense just wasn't the typical defense per usual. Miami and Tua, that's a big question mark. And even the Jets, they're still a question mark. I don't care what it looks like on paper. They have to play together. And we all know what happens when this man, Aaron Rodgers, he starts getting into his feelings and whatnot. He starts just fussing and cussing at people. We know what happens. But Belichick has been consistent. They need a quarterback. Mac Jones isn't a bad quarterback. He's like on the bottom 20. Like, he's not a bad quarterback. He just cannot come in clutch when it really matters. I watched plenty of Patriots games last year. My cousin was a Patriots.
Look, I think I may have lost Cam there for a moment. There you go. You're back in. I heard your response here. You're back. We're having technical difficulties across the board. But yeah, you're back, Cam. I can hear you.
All right, I'm sorry. I don't know. My Wi-Fi is kind of weird. I ain't gonna lie to you. But Mac Jones himself, he's not a bad quarterback. He's just not clutch. I watched plenty of games last year. He's marching. They're about to score interception. He just doesn't make the right plays. But I feel like with them adding Bill O'Brien as an offensive coordinator, you have to remember for the past 2 seasons, well, at least last season, he had Joe Judge, a special teams coordinator, and Matt Patricia, a defensive coordinator, as his OC. You can't expect much success there. Realistically speaking, what kind of success do you really expect? Mac Jones is nowhere near Tom Brady. I'm not going to put him in the same breath as Tom Brady. But he's competent enough to get the job done. And I feel like they're going to be I haven't looked at their schedule, but with that defense behind them, they should be like a 9-10 win team this year. I do.
Now, I hear all that, but one thing about Bill Belichick right now, which we'll get into this slide in this conversation as well, they acquired Ezekiel Elliott from the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, what will that make a difference? We all know it's the Dallas Cowboys running back. They got rid of him. Who else wants to pick up slot from the Dallas Cowboys?
Exactly.
I'm just saying. That's all I'm going to say about that. I don't think, in my opinion, long as Patrick Mahomes is around, long as the Bills' offense and defense, well, primarily the defense, clutch like it is, the Jets are becoming, for at least the next few seasons, long as Rodgers and company stay healthy, he's putting pieces together. I don't see the Patriots making it. I'm sorry. I respect Bill Belichick and what he has to offer and what he's done in the league with Tom Brady. You had a damn great quarterback. He was the god of QBs. You can't take that from him, regardless of what we want to say. This man went from struggling at Michigan, now coming out being a top dog Hall of Famer, whatever you want to call him. Whatever. He has the complete life except for family. That's a personal matter. But anytime, we're going to talk about the fact that ain't going to Ezekiel Elliott. We done covered him. That slop bucket, the Dallas Cowboys, and how sloppy they were. Wow. It's not even he talking about what the hell he's going to do with the Patriots. Damn it, he might be benched in week 3. I don't know. Messing with Bill Belichick, he'll sit you down. But let me go into bigger and better things. Dalvin Cook has confirmed and signed with the Jets. Now, in the meantime, we're talking to that. And Cam, I know I'm jumping all around the itinerary. You probably like 3, 4, 1. Where are we going? But in the same sense here, how does this change the game structure? Because, as Rodgers was across the boards in Green Bay, he was screaming for a running back. And he didn't get it till damn sure he's out the door. And he got Aaron Jones. But before that, he was messing around with receivers. He didn't have a solid back. You can call Eddie Lacy wherever the heck he is right now. If anybody can locate that man. I forgot all about he was one of our running backs for a while. That was the last back that we had got, except for I'm not taking anything from A.J. Dillon. He was there, but he wasn't like our primary, which I'm surprised we just didn't pull him out the woodworks and use him till we got something. But now that Rodgers has as we would call it, a decent back, I mean, he is a little injury prone now due to his journey at the Vikings. But if he stays healthy, how does this change not only Rodgers' career, because he's finally getting the pieces that he needs and somebody's listening to the man, but are the Jets potential, I don't want to say Super Bowl, but damn it, if they get connected, this might be a deadly team.
Well, I'm going to say this because I personally believe that last year's Jets team defensively, amazing.
Yep.
All they needed was a competent quarterback. They had 3 quarterbacks on that roster. Neither of them could pass a simple math test, honestly. But I feel like with you adding all these pieces, you add Aaron Rodgers. Not only do you add Aaron Rodgers, you also add every wide receiver that he requested y'all bring in from the Packers. Not only that, y'all bring in the OC, Nathaniel Hackett. Not only that, you bring in what's his name, running back?
Cook.
Dalvin Cook. That's great and all, but games are won in the trenches. That offensive line is terrible. That offensive line is awful. Even on Hard Knocks, this man, Salah, was calling them out in front of everybody. Don't get me wrong. It looks great for TV. It looks amazing for TV. But we all know what's said behind closed doors sometimes comes to the light. I feel like he was hurt. He's pissed because you had to protect a quote-unquote Hall of Fame quarterback. He will be a Hall of Fame quarterback. But you can add Dalvin Cook. You can bring back Randy Moss. You can bring back T.O., Jerry Rice. You can bring back Ray Lewis. You can have the best team on paper, bro. If you don't have a solid offensive line, it doesn't matter. Look at the Giants, prime example. We haven't had a decent offensive line since I don't know when, 2005, 2010 maybe. We haven't had a decent offensive line.
Now, look,
Super Bowls, but
this is what I want to tell you on that. I agree. I don't know what's going on in the last 3 episodes, but we're sure agreeing. But I want to tell you this. I agree with you. Because you can have any damn body, Tom Brady behind the line. But if there's not, see what Brady did during his time? He barked the call that he needed an offensive line. Look at, not to say the least, but talking about the damn Dallas Cowboys, when they did have Tony Romo, they had a damn sure decent offensive line, so that made him break his records that he did. But then you saw the holes, and when it rained, it pours, and that's what happened to him. He ended up getting messed up towards the end of his career because they didn't replace the pieces that were broken. And so, like you said, Rodgers had ran for his entire career behind the trash offensive line of the Green Bay Packers. Not taking anything from David Bakhtiari. He's a great one. He's got hurt over the last couple of years. But we had some pieces. But outside of that, it was holes. And Rodgers is a great scrambling QB. Not taking anything from that man because he's created more havoc outside the pocket than inside. So they could do it. But doing it all season, I'm sorry, Cam, you will turn into a Mike White and out of nowhere, and he's on the same team as him. So you might be looking at Aaron Rodgers broken up by the end of this season or even a few weeks in because they don't have the proper stuff to protect him. Cook can't protect you forever. If he does have somebody come back there, they're going to send their biggest linebacker down the hole because Cook is not that huge to protect that rush. And it's going to be what it is. You're going to have a busted up running back. Now, you do have, I want to make sure I got his name right. I think, is it Breece Hall or what's his name? Did I say that right? You got another back. And I think this is the thing for me with the Jets. You get Dalvin Cook to help you run the healthy rock, and then you wait and let Hall recover fully and don't rush him back out there. And then once you get him back up to 100%, then you kind of transition those guys out. And you got something great in the backfield. And you got Aaron Rodgers. Damn it, all you got to worry about is defense because he's the coach on the field for your offense. So I think, it may not potentially be this season talking about Super Bowl. Maybe next we got to get the kinks out the court. But the Jets could be talking about something in the playoffs. I mean, they could be in the playoffs, and how far they make
expect
it?
them to be in the playoffs.
They should.
Yeah, they should.
They should. But no, but while we're on the topic of changing teams, is anybody seeing what the hell is going on in New Orleans with the Saints? I mean, Carr, he damn sure was perfect. 8 of 9, I think about 70 yards passing. This wasn't on our itinerary, Cam, but I had to bring it up. That's a sleeper team. We'll get into that conversation a little bit later about NFL quarterbacks having a bounce back. We'll talk about that. But I do want to jump into this one little thing kind of on our list that I really feel some kind of way about is the blindside lawsuit. Not a blindside lawsuit, not like me and Cam are getting sued, but the movie Blindside. We all remember that, the Orr, Michael Orr, and him coming through the struggle of being in I consider it the system as a child, and then getting, under the wings of a family that had some wealth. And they kind of just blanketed him all the way up through Ole Miss, and then they carried the torch, and then he went on and did great things and became a Hall of Famer as a lineman. Now, Cam, as the story is unfolding, it seems like, I mean, I understand all this, but it got to be some kind of statute of limitation at some point of these things, because we're waiting so long. And I understand, I guess you got to unravel everything before you come out and say something. But that movie, The Blind Side, made over $309 million for the family. I don't know I forgot their name. But I mean, if the records that come out and say that they basically made him sign over his name likeliness to them, and he didn't attribute nothing from the Blind Side movie. None but just his name in the movie, and everybody loved it because it was a great story. I mean, I probably watched the movie over 5 times because it was a great storyline about just somebody taking someone and coming out to be great. I mean,
yeah.
And this is one thing I got from people I've talked with across from grocery stores to barbershops to however. One guy even made mentions, so he came up because his well got dry and now he needs money. I mean, that's from stories of other people. I'm hearing people that they feel when they read this article is like, you waited, and now that you done made your career and probably done blew the money, I don't know why, now you're crying wolf to this family. Now, if it's true and they did what they are expected to do and have done and kind of blindfolded, not blindsided, but blindfolded him into this contract or this agreement, that's BS.
It is.
How do you feel about this conversation? I mean, it's scary because it's just like somebody got ripped off of life. I mean, damn it, give the man half of that $300 million. It's his life that made y'all where you guys are. Even though you helped him, don't get me wrong on that. You put him at your alma mater. Okay, that took you 5 seconds to fucking do. But outside of everything else, the man made his own career, because if he got hurt or anything, guess what? Y'all's family would have been irrelevant to this conversation.
They would. I agree. I don't know his situation. I don't know if he fell on hard times as a football player or as a Hall of Famer. I mean, I can't speak from the financial standpoint of someone else, but I will say I've read some reports that said he was depicted as something that he was not. He was depicted as he was unintelligent, things of that nature. And that wasn't true at all, actually. So, I mean, I can understand why. Maybe if you're suing based off that, and don't get me wrong, that was an amazing movie. It was an amazing movie. Should you get paid for it? Yeah, most likely. I mean, probably, yeah. But how long ago was that movie, though? Like, that's the hard part. So,
2009 to be exact. Look how long ago. Look at where the world has flipped from that. I mean, just saying, $300 million is $300 million. And I don't think I could spend that in my lifetime if I had it. But, I mean, if I was a family, I would at least give them bare minimum of $100 million of that 300 or something. I mean, you soaked all that in. How selfish are you? I mean, that's where I'm at. I mean, once seeing that, I'm like, I understand crying wolf if you're broke or if you don't have the finances that you want to have, or as in some articles said that he's trying to just get health insurance. I mean, it's things like that. But damn it, if he made you that kind of money, where the hell did you put it? It's $309 million. It's not like you can put it under the rug and sweep it. I mean, it's not like you can just drop it in the toilet and flush it. It's not like you dropped it outside and you said, "Oh, Cam, I lost my money. Where did I put it?"
Back.
What? I mean, that's where I'm at with them. It's like, yeah, he waited so long. I don't like that part. But then at the end of the deal, it is your money, rightfully, with them. Just because they made you, I mean, legally, you signed the contract. That's that part of it that you kind of, it sticks to you because you're just like, oh, I did sign that contract. And it comes to bite you sometime. But out of good gracious and heart, which everybody is not, they should give that man some money, man. That's just the point of it is. I mean, come on. You got everything to live for. Your kids are filthy rich off of another man that you adopted.
Yeah.
You're set.
Set for life.
Ultimately. And now, in the meantime, the school's going to take a bad name because they're going to, I mean, not like a bad name, but they're going to get hit because they're in the situation. And everybody with them is going to get hit. All the people that talk good about you are going to get smacked back in the mouth and they're like, oh, you said they were a good family. And now they're took this man's whole life from him.
Now look at you, you liar.
Yeah. And the man's asking for $15 million. Damn it, give it to him. Like if I was them, $300 million. Okay. You asked for 15. Let's go settle this out of court.
But yes.
25. 100%. As I talked to somebody else, they said, hey, how about give the damn man $25 million? Give him 50. He asked for it, make him happy. Shut it down. It's all good. Like what?
It could have been swept under the rug, and we wouldn't be hearing about this because that movie grossed what, $300 million?
$300 million.
That's plenty. I'm sorry. 15 mil out of 300 is like pennies. Come on now.
I'm gonna tell you this, Cam. Any of my viewers, if y'all are watching, comment in the comments what the hell y'all would do with $300 million. But then the person that helped you to make that, what would you do if they came back and requested 15 mil from you? I would have gave them 50. Damn it, I would say 50 mil, easy. Here you go. Write you a check.
Here's the thing, though, Marquez. Here's the thing. Do you think that they have that money?
I don't think so.
That's the thing.
I don't know where they put it, but
issue as well.
I think Ole Miss got some of the money.
I would hope so.
They got their fair share. Their kids are taken care of. The grandkids taken care of. They just started. I would hope they would start some kind of investment firm. I would have started a whole damn business. I would have had a franchise running around the United States. I'm going to tell you, this would have been starting the next. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to even call it any of these one of these companies. I want to figure something. If it's into the AI, if it's whatever you want to do, I would have had something growing. I would have been up there with Bill Gates, even though I ain't that rich. I would have been sitting up there like, buddy, what you know? What's one of your little tips you can throw to me so I can invest it? Because they know it. I mean, I'm not going to get into more details of whatever else is going on in the world. I mean, Maui, Hawaii. I'm not going to say what's going on there. But, I mean, if they're not invested into that stuff that's going on over there, I'm not going to say that because then we'd be a conspiracy theory show. And then I don't want to do that. But it's like one thing of it is, folks, I don't like it one bit. Common sense. Some things are just not common. And that's a proven point right there. You can read between the lines because common sense is, as what we would do, is we would have said 15, no problem. 25, here you go. But read between my lines here. Read between the lines. I can't say it. Read between the lines is not common to everybody.
Nope.
A professor once told me, this is a list. I'm taking you to Virginia State University, that everyone has some form of common sense. But then also, common sense is also through your trial and error or your tribulation or whatever. It's built off of what you went through in life. And damn it, if you didn't go through nothing, you ain't got nothing.
I mean, that's for real. That is real.
I'm just keeping it real. I gotta make a thumbtack of that. Guess what? If you ain't never learned nothing, you ain't got nothing to talk about. It is what it is.
It is what it is, baby.
Now, Cam, on to the next topic here, because I'm not keeping myself on something like this for a long time. I'm gonna tell you this. we're going to go and talk about the QB conversation. Because we've had numerous quarterbacks jump all over the place. And who would you see as your bounce back QB of this season? Because we got a lot that's going to go on.
So as a bounce back quarterback, man, can I name three? Can I give you three?
Name as many as you would like. There's a lot out there.
Okay. My first, barring health, if he can stay healthy, Tua, Tua, however you say his last name.
Look, I can say it. Tua Tagovailoa. Of all words, I'm going to help you this time. Like, I butcher words, but I've actually studied that. Like, I done pulled it out and like, how do I say that?
Oh man, Tua, if he can stay healthy, because seeing what him and Mike McDaniels did before he got hurt, that Miami team was at that pace to make the playoffs. I don't know what they may have done if they were to make the playoffs, but that team would have been special. And then they improved the defense this year. If he stays healthy, that Miami team, dangerous. The second person that I'm going with, Lamar Jackson. He was hurt for the last 6 weeks of the season. You get a new offensive coordinator. You add two huge weapons, Zay Flowers out of Boston College, and then OBJ. Who knows how OBJ is going to be? But I don't think it's going to be a 60% run scheme this year. I think they're going to air that bad boy out this year. Deshaun Watson. I know what he did. That's the past. We at some point we have to forgive people for what they did. Not condoning anything that he's done, but I believe he's gonna have a special year too, especially with that defense behind him. Deshaun Watson was the quarterback that the Cleveland Browns have been waiting for I don't know how long, realistically speaking. Between those three, and there's one more. Herbert, bro. Justin Herbert. Between him and Trevor Lawrence, I think those two MVP candidates, bro. I promise you, bro. Because the Chargers added Kellen Moore as their OC. What he did in Dallas was amazing. I don't care what anybody says. They can hate him as much as they want to hate him down there in Dallas, but the quarterback was the reason that they lost some of those games. The receivers dropped some passes too, don't get me wrong. But Kellen Moore, the way he was called, hey, look, it's an air raid, baby. You can't run the ball every time. And as you see the successful offenses in the league this year, they're airing that bad boy out 30, 40, 50 times a game. And then my boy Sunshine out in Jacksonville, baby. Come on now. He has Calvin Ridley finally, bro. Calvin Ridley was betting on himself. They said, no, we won't allow that in the NFL. We're going to suspend you for the entire league. Okay, cool. Calvin Ridley, when he was with Atlanta, was considered one of the best receivers in the league. Only issue is he played for Atlanta. Only issue. Now you have a competent quarterback who now has playoff experience. People forgot. Jaguars made the playoffs last year, and I believe they beat the Chargers last year. So it's not like, my boy Sunshine doesn't have that experience. So now you have a Hall of Fame, not Hall of Fame coach, but Super Bowl winning coach in Jacksonville that can lead my boy Sunshine to, hey, look, those are my five. So like I said, Trevor Lawrence, Deshaun Watson, Justin Herbert, Lamar, and Tua. Those are my five.
Look, I got this conversation here, and I agree with you. But I'm going to, even though I damn sure dislike where Aaron Rodgers is at right now, but it is what it is. When you're unhappy, you got to go. You got to do what you got to do. I'm looking to see this man show us something that we haven't seen in Green Bay in a long time, or we haven't seen from him in a long time. Because if they stay healthy, and for all sake, I hope he stays healthy, because I want him to do his full potential, regardless if he's a Green Bay or not. I want to see the man actually be successful. Unlike some of the other individuals that's like, oh, I hope he gets hurt. I'm like, I don't wish nothing bad against him. I want to see the man break records. I won't even say the other word I wanted to say just now, but for the ignorant individuals of the Green Bay Packers, I don't know what in the hell not our city, but the city of Wisconsin, the state of Wisconsin, damn it, y'all should fire that man that's up at the top of y'all's organization, because he's the reason for the failure of the Green Bay Packers. And I'm going to tell you this also. I dislike the fact that they did that man like that when he left. They did Rodgers. Did Brett Favre the same way. How long do you think something like this must go on until you get a bad season? And not only that, Aaron Rodgers, I think he's going to be a bounce back. I think we're going to see the MVP come out of him that we haven't seen in a long time. Damn sure he's did what he needs to do. No, Cam, don't look at me like that. I'm not worried about your Giants. And I'm not worried about none of that. But then also, I want to go on and say the sleeper that we're not seeing right now, or people are like lacking their self-deceit, is I want to talk about Derek Carr. He's been held a little captive by the Raiders for some time, and now he's with the Saints. He went down to a perfect 8 of 9 the other night and a touchdown in the one drive. And then out of that, I got to talk about, Patrick Mahomes. I want to see what he does. Patrick Mahomes, I damn sure almost got a jersey the other night. I'm a Packer fan, but I love Patrick Mahomes. Now, I'm going to give you another one. I'm going to talk about, we're not talking about them, Cam. Damn God, no. I refuse. We're not worried about Daniel Jones. He's not even in the conversation. I don't care how many hats you stack on or jerseys you put up or templates you put in your corner of your room. I don't care. But I'm going to talk about also, I don't care about that. You can stick that on too. But also, I'm going to talk about who? Josh Allen. I want to see what he has to do. And then lastly, Cam, hey, folks, you know what I'm going to do. Because since Cam did all that, I got to see what my man, Sweet Baby Red, he's going to come on. Sweet Baby Love, it's almost like a barbecue sauce. You got to get some. It's one thing is, that man came out. He actually lit the field up the other night, and he scored a touchdown without having to throw an interception. So I got to give credit where it's due. He actually went out there, threw a nice little pass to Dobbs, what Rodgers couldn't do, because he cried that he has new receivers that don't know the offense. But then you have a QB like Love that comes out there, not talking about too much or bragging on him, but he came out and actually looked really decent the other night. And I'm going to give you credit where it's due. Now, if you mess up, come on here and say the same thing. What the hell's going on, Love? Are you Love? Is it a thin line between love and hate? That's the only thing I'm going to do in my only time in my career. But I got one more QB. It's one more QB that I'm just dying to see. And I think, and my pup doesn't even like it. See, you hear her, she's like, oh, the hell with it. But I'm going to tell you this. I think I want to see, who's that guy? That guy's name, I'm trying to figure it out. My pup's saying she don't even care who it is. I don't know. It's no more QBs because it's not none. There's going to be a lot of hot garbage floating around the league. It's going to be, you got Dak Prescott. I know all the people are in their comments. We got Dak Prescott. The Pittsburgh Steelers fans are out there. We got our new QB. I don't care about all that. We got our Washington Commanders, and they're, what's his name, Howell? He sounds like some kind of air company. I don't even know what's going on. And don't even get me started on the Giants. You ain't going to talk about Daniel. Wait, is it Jones? Oh, it's Jones. It's Jones. Hey, you talk about him. You talk about Miles. You talk about Jordan Love. Folks, this man has had a starting career for a little bit of years.
Wait, time out.
He just decides that he can't even go nowhere.
What we are not about to do is attack my quarterback.
Look, Cam, I'm going to let Alco go. No, I'm not doing this because this is a bull. This is a BS, Cam. I can't do it. And I ain't letting you do it.
I apologize, folks, for this man.
Look.
The cheese
I'm not up for this bull job.
Squeezing all the thoughts out of his mind. He's going crazy. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No. Look, I'm letting you go. Look, that's what I'm going to do. You can talk nonsense about your team. Look, I don't even care about all that. It's the fact that you come on here and talk about the Giants this, the Giants that. And y'all don't even.
Hey, look.
When the last time y'all made the playoffs?
Marquez, we made the playoffs last year, and we beat one of the best teams in the NFC
And where did you go
last
after
year
that?
to make for the second round. Where was Aaron Rodgers? He was actually.
He was going to New York.
You know what's crazy?
He was
He was actually at both of our playoffs games watching a much better quarterback do what he couldn't do.
Oh my goodness!
That's the crazy part.
Goodness.
That's the crazy part.
A better QB. This is the thing here. I'm not even worried about all that. Look. I'm gonna switch it over to you, Cam, for Cam's corner. What the hell you got to say?
The only thing that I have to say today is please support my meal prep business. It is Cam B Prepping. I am on TikTok. Now I'm on TikTok and I am on Instagram. That is CAMBE Prepping. PREPPING for all your meal prep needs. Your boy will take care of you, baby. And you ain't got to worry about this man to the left of me talking this nonsense about the Packers and whatnot, because I'm here every week for you trust and believe. So just support me, and I'm going to support y'all, just like y'all support my man TG real quick. But besides that, I believe football's on tonight, so I'm about to tune into whatever game's coming on just to watch a little something. Hopefully it's not the Packers playing, so I can watch something good, you know?
I'm just saying. But look, I got a lot of good news to share with you guys. So there's a lot going on. You probably see me flailing this book in my hand around because, it's just that good about it. Cam's food is good. I see this man cooking every damn day, and I'm like, man, what recipe can I get? Or, man, when can I come over? He says, no, you can't come over. And I'm like, what? We supposed to be boys. And I'm like, we'll pay the price. And I'm like, what? There's no price. He's like, you didn't say it to McDonald's. I didn't. But it's the same thing. Go support. And when you know somebody, support. And guess what else it don't cost a thing is if you go like, share, and subscribe, and follow. That don't cost nothing. And I tell people that 24/7. If you got something, go support it. And when you go support, don't ask for a discount. Because guess what? When you go to Walmart, you go to Kroger, you go to Chick-fil-A, you don't ask them for a damn discount, do you? They tell you get your ass up the line. So don't ask that man for a discount. And don't ask me for a discount. You see me? Because it's just about line to it. I'm going to speak the truth. We do that to our own family. Oh, you got a book for sale? Oh, can I get it for $10 instead of $12? I know. You didn't tell that to big whatever big lots. You didn't go to Kroger and say, oh, I can't pay $12.99. I need to pay $2. You didn't say that. So don't do it to nobody else. I'm just keeping it real. That's what I'm doing. I don't do that to nobody. I pay the full price. I even damn sure give you a tip. I'm just saying because it happens all the time with family. Family's like, I want to be this. Support me, but do it all the way. I do it to you. So with that being said, supporting family, as I go over there and support Cam and his food prep. It looks amazing every time I see it. I'm just like, I got to wipe with a napkin because I'm like, I can't touch it, but it looks good. But then also, join us in the hot seat next week, Wednesday night. Not Thursday, Cam. It's Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. I have the amazing exclusive interview with Miss Keandra Hurt. Family, talk about family. We support each other. And one thing, you see me flailing this book all around, is Keandra Hurt. It's called Hidden Within. This book here is, it changed your life. This book here, she is proud of people that take a change and do what they need to do. Don't let nothing hold you back. I'm in the middle of reading this thing, and I'm telling you, it's not that long. And one thing is, I don't like reading long books. But one thing also is, this book gives you the interactive version of what you can do. You read the poem, you read that part that she has in there. It gives you things to also reflect on throughout her book. And then once you get done, if this doesn't encourage you enough to keep going, she gives you other things to do. So if you're facing trauma of whatever, if it's social injustice, if it's something that happened in your life that you want to make that change or you don't think it's a way out, this book right here represents it. And it gives you even songs or even things that you can go on and listen to get that encouragement. Now, I'm in the midst of reading this book. Now, how you can get it and how you can go and find it out, they have stuff online. It's called the Lena Lee Corporation. Now, that corporation, I'll let her tell it on Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. is we'll do a one-on-one exclusive interview about Hidden Within. And then to tell you a little bit about the cover, that's actually family too. She's a model. She's local. She's here in the VA area doing what she got to do. So not only that, women empowerment, I love to see it. And I don't care what you say. This book right here is great. $14 in total when you go with shipping and handling. You can't knock it to get encouragement. But again, guys, I will be one-on-one exclusive interview with the book, with the owner of this book, the author. She's going to go really far with this book. Hey, look, I support it. There's a lot of people supporting her. Follow her on all social medias. If you can't get the name is right there. Read all about it. Go support and get her where she needs to be and where she wants to be. She's super excited. She's super energetic about what she do with this book and what she's going to go do in the future. And I can't wait to talk to her. So, folks, join me next week, next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. I mean, it's going to be a blast. You're going to hear some life-changing news. You're going to hear some great stuff from this author. And, I mean, you can't ask no more doubt than that. I mean, this is something good. And when you do something good and good follows you, so go support. And then also, you'll see me next week. You might not see me on GGE. I might have to talk to Cam and figure out how the heck we're going to do this. But also, TG is going to be on the Read 323 show. I mean, I'm not going to be talking sports, but I'm going to be talking hip-hop. And you want to know what hip-hop I'm talking about? We're talking about the top 5 artists in the history. Boy, oh boy, my head's been spinning around and around about who I'm going to put on the list. Do I put Snoop Dogg? Do I put Biggie? Do I put Tupac? Who do I put? Run DMC? I don't know, but we're going to figure it out. I'm pulling hair out. I mean, it's short enough, but I can still grab it and pull it out. But in the same sense, we're going to talk about that. And then we'll talk about some of your favorite top 5 songs of all time. I don't understand this. They're pulling it out all over the place. You got generations across the board. You have the young schools, so they're going to be like, oh, well, you're going to think about Drake and all of them. No. The hell with them guys. No. I'm going back in days because, I mean, you got these guys. I'm talking about you changed the game. I mean, these guys, you got Tupac and Biggie. If that rivalry never happened and we never saw them, where would the game be? Run DMC. What about, oh, my goodness, NWA? What if they never came to existence? I mean, these are game changers. I don't know the criteria they want me to meet, but damn it, I'm bringing the heat as always. You'll see me in a different attire than my flowery shirt or my sports attire. I would be in some, I don't know what. I might bring out the Butters. I might bring out the New York Yankees at Coxside. I don't know what I'm going to do, but you're going to see me do that. So catch me on the Read 323 Thursday night. Hey, we'll still have something for Goode Gotcha Entertainment, so I'm not abandoning you guys. I just got a call from a buddy of mine. I'll be joining his show. We're trading out. So that hip-hop show, oh, my goodness. And then we're going to be 2 days. 2 days. The interview, Read 323. You can catch us on Spotify. You can catch us on Apple. Catch us on Facebook. Catch us on all major networks across where podcasts can be found. And then Goode Gotcha Entertainment. Going to come later to you because I'm going to make sure I still get you in because I'm not going to abandon what my fans or not only that Cam what the plans got going on. I'm going to bring it to you later. So we're going to bring the action to you all around. It might be a late night show, but you'll be with GGE. You might be watching that trash preseason game to whoever the hell's playing, but cut on the camera. Then also I want to give another huge, not shout out, but if you watch WWE, there are rumors right now that Edge, the Hall of Famer, is potentially fighting his last match tomorrow night on Friday Night SmackDown, and he may be retiring. That is groundbreaking. That is news coming out of all kind of different sources. If you watch WWE, it's one of these, the generation is beginning to fold out. But again, guys, hey, it's been a blast. You got me sweating on the camera because I'm still trying to figure out what the hell am I going to do with this hip-hop and the top 5? Cam's over here adjusting his damn head. And then I'm going to tell you again, go support the book. This is local. This is business. This is everything you need to get your life right if you're going through something to help you out. And guess what? It's my family. So you know I'm going to push it because that's what I do. And then, Cam, I really like you as a person, but I hate them damn New York Giants, and I hate the damn Dallas Cowboys. That's 2 things. But I'm going to close it out. I'm saying good night, folks. Be blessed. Save the rest. And also, Support that book and catch me next Wednesday and next Thursday because we in there. Jump in the hot seat. I'm out. Peace, guys.